Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good whatever time of day maybe for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Layback Gamer, and we are back with the October to December 2023 update. I meant to get this out in this September, but I've had quite the busy month going on. Well, busy in real life, really. So, anyways, let's get started. So, what are we covering today? A little bit of a life update, which might be a little outdated, although somewhat relevant. New series, future of the channels, December dailies, miscellaneous things, and a schedule update. So let's start with the life update. Job hunting paid off, and I got a new job. I'm starting on a job that I finally graduated from college. Let me try that again. I finally got a job in the field that I graduated from college from, so that's pretty exciting. And now with that done up, should free up some spare time that I plan on dedicating to some other miscellaneous things which will be mentioned a little bit later. And yeah, just wanted to share that, because, well, that was where a good chunk of my time was going into. Anyways, normal series for RimWorld. 2 of the 3 of the series have unfortunately come to an end. By the way, most of this is probably obvious. And the insectoids were the one to deal us the killing blow on, I think, the 1.4 Biotech Vanilla. And then the other one, we got breached by mechanoids while a bunch of roaming monstrosities were in the area. And the 2 of them finished off the colony. So, unfortunately, those went down. Good thing that Draconic Empire is still up and online. And one of these series did get a replacement, which is RimWorld City Builders. And for those of you who don't know, the only goal is to build up a near map-wide city, complete with hotels, shops, restaurants, etc. Basically, whatever I can get from the mod. I forget what mod it is, but it lets you turn your base into a hotel. An addition, it lets you turn it into a restaurant. And there's a couple others that add some vending machines and the likes added on. So, that's what we're doing. And I even made a few custom Xenohumans for the journey to go along. I'm hoping they appear in game. This is kind of really the first time I've experimented with custom Xenotypes. So I'm hoping we see more of them in game rather than, yeah, these ones that we start with, yeah, they're the only ones that we get. And we're going to have to slowly recreate them, which would suck. But anywho, that's already started. Stardew Valley and Graveyard Keeper, there's nothing new for the series, though there is a 1.6 update coming to Stardew Valley, which is going to add some new things in, and also further pushes out my goal of trying to get 100% in that game. Gotta love that. Thanks, devs. But no matter, we'll tackle all that new content when it eventually comes out. Graveyard Keeper, and this has been I've had this figured out for a while. Figured out how to make zombie juice, and now working on getting a gold quality combo prayer, so I can get a huge boost from sermons, getting more money, getting more faith, and obviously more money and faith more faith means more zombies, more money means I can purchase things that I'm not sure how to craft just yet, and we can continue to progress the game a bit more. Well, a lot more. And once that is finished and the sermons are giving us bank and faith and money, the rest of the game will throw pretty smoothly, and we'll be getting into the DLC. Now, I have decided for the DLC that I'm going to pick them up around December. I'm hoping that they go on sale around Black Friday. I'm really hoping they go on sale. And then I can pick them up for a bit cheaper. Because, as we all know, things are getting a little pricey nowadays. And for Age of Empires 2, as for anybody following that series, I'm uploading the final campaign in the Europe campaign tab. And I've already finished that, and I've moved on to the Africa campaigns, which one of them actually is a collage of one-off missions. That's going to be pretty fun. I've already finished one of the campaigns there, and I'm planning on working on the other. Still undecided. Actually, no, I did make that decision, so you can ignore that. I'm not going to be picking up the DLC because I don't foresee myself playing this game that much after the campaigns. To be honest, once all the campaigns are done, move on to Age of Empires 3. I might stick around a little bit to try and grab as many achievements as I can, but for the most part, I plan on moving on to Age of Empires 3, and then I might eventually come back to 2 and have some fun with it, but probably not likely. StarCraft Mastery Call, we'll talk about that a little bit later. And Dragon Age 2, with Dreadwolf Rises being promised for next year, or allegedly promised for next year. It's already been pushed back a little bit into the next. I think it was originally coming in spring next year. Now it's planned to come in summer. I'm going to have to try to finish this game before then, as well as Inquisition 2. I don't think there's a... Now, originally I thought there wasn't enough time for Inquisition, so there might be some overlap with Dreadwolf Rises, which I plan on playing on launch. No live streams for that. Though, I did think about it, and if I were to have a episode every day until its release, I might be able to get it out once we start Inquisition. And by the way, I do plan on playing all the DLC for Inquisition, as well as turning it on some of the extra challenges on Nightmare mode, because, well, I just like doing that, apparently. So, yes. That line might not be true. There's a possibility that I may have Inquisition completely done for Dreadwolf Rises, and we can carry this, essentially this sort of world save all the way through till Dreadwolf Rises, and I get to play with, hey, see what the changes got made for that. Although Dragon Age 2 has a slight problem with it. It's catastrophic, really. Right now, I have two major stopping points, being Isabella and the Arishok fight. I missed one of the quests for Isabella, and therefore do not have enough friendship points with her to actually keep her around. Funny enough, completing the final quest with her after she leaves, that's when I get enough, but that doesn't really count because she's not going to then show up for the final engagement, which is, not good. And then even if I've decided I could live with that. However, the Arishok fight is actually really tough. I cannot take it on at the moment because, of course, I happen to be playing the class that has the toughest time against the Arishok. So I got to... I have a solution that I came up with. I'm not going to say what it is in this update, or do I? Well, sorry. I'm not going to say what going down this solution is going to result in, or how I plan on getting to the final boss and being able to beat it. But I only saw one solution with this. I had made a alternate timeline save, because originally I was going to show what happens if you bring a certain combination of characters into the Deep Roads with you. And I was going to do that for an off-camera thing at the end of the series. However, now it's being useful as I can actually go back, play through the Deep Road again, and play all the way back up to that point. Which is going to be a nightmare, to say the least. But I do have a plan with this. I'm going to play that on Nightmare. I'm not dumbing it down to an easier difficulty because that seems dishonest. But needless to say, I got a lot of work to do on this game, and I'm actually kind of starting to run out of time on it. Which is not good. Minecraft and Greedfall. As I discovered in the latest attempt, the airship idea that I had going with getting the extra speed is causing me motion sickness. And that's not good for me, because then I can't play, and then I actually have to go lie down for a few minutes afterwards just to let it go away. So, yeah. It's the end of that series, and I'm burnt out with it. Well, I was burnt out with it, not so much anymore. And I'm gonna, by May, I will be trying another series once Alex Caves is released, which actually has a release date on his Discord channel. And that is, I think, for the 17th of October. So, about a little over 2 weeks away from this point, I might be starting to make a new Minecraft series. Or at least I got one in the works. I'm not sure just yet on that one. As for Greedfall, nothing new. Still trucking along, exploring and completing quests. I don't know. I've kind of completed all the main quests in the first, second. I have completed a couple of main quests, or a few main quests, and now we're kind of on a point where we have a potential lead for the Kira the Malachor, and we're gonna end up going for that, which I suspect is probably going to result in a final boss battle once we reach the end of it. So I don't know how much longer Greedfall is going to be lasting for, but it's possible it might last for a while. And I think there's some DLC with it, which I may also play too, since I've been enjoying the game so far. I don't see why not. Civilization 4 Cavemen to Cosmos. This one had a funny story. So for the longest time, I thought I had lost some footage of a rather important milestone, which was advancing into the Imperial... Not the Imperial, the Industrial era. And turns out it was in a misnamed folder. And I didn't actually lose the footage. And series back in business with a heavy asterisk on it. So I've started working on uploading only the important bits, and it's going to be going through the industrial era, plus maybe the next era much quicker than previous eras, since, well, now a lot of it's been heavily cut back. Like I said, there was a heavy asterisk on back in business. I'm not going to be able to make it to the end of the check tree, and I'm trying to go for the win. A big reason for that is the game's instability due to graphics. Currently, I'm on the lowest setting of graphics, and I have had not as many crashes, but there has been a couple of crashes going along the way. And the graphics instability crash happened to be twice. Once on a high, when it was on high graphics, second time when it was on medium graphics, and basically I got a message saying, hey, the game can't continue to process. Please lower the graphic quality so we can continue to play. And that's not good, because it means the next time this pops up, there's nothing I can do about it. The game has been behaving okay up to this point, but I haven't really been taking any chances with it, or trying not to take any chances with it. That being said, I am trying to end the game so that it doesn't happen. And it's going to end as soon as I can win, which is really unfortunate. I really wanted to try to get to the end of the tech tree, but I don't think that's going to happen. Even the game is trying to fight me on this one, because technically I've already won a domination victory, but the game actually hasn't given that to me just yet. So, then the plan became, well, there's no point in playing a game if there's nobody to play against. If you guys understand what I'm talking. So we are going for a complete 100% territory conquest, or until we hit a victory point in the game. Sorry, throat's getting a little dry on that one, right here. Alright, Star Sector, Star Deus, and the co-op series. Nothing new with Star Sector, just continuing along. Star Deus, I'm going to be playing... I decided... at this point, I'm going to play until we settle a planet, then put the series on pause until more is added to the game. There's just not a whole lot in the game to do right now, and the big thing is to find a planet to colonize. I don't know if there's anything beyond that point. If there is something beyond that point, we might play a little bit of that, but there's not a whole lot added into the game. There's not a whole lot into the game right now, and I think it would benefit from, hey, we'll just put this on pause, wait until there's a bit more, and then pick the series up once again as a sort of a Season 2 kind of deal. And that wasn't supposed to be there. I thought I deleted that. But I guess I could say on the Warcraft, the co-op series, Red Alert 3 is finished, done, dusted, out of the way, and now I'm doing Warcraft 3 co-op campaign. And I actually made I hope is a decent intro to it. I think the outro was going to have it fade to black, if I recall correct. So, anyways, onto Oblivion and Skyrim. This section, nothing new for Oblivion and Skyrim. They're still in their current states. Skyrim will hopefully be worked on once some of the miscellaneous things that I will be mentioning, not mentioned earlier, is worked. Well, we'll get to that a little bit. So, new/planned series. Got a few new series coming very soon. Modded Warcraft 3 Reforged co-op campaign with Dean. Episode 1. Going up today because I missed the date for that. As I've already said, RimWorld City Builders and a Minecraft series. I have yet to determine if it's going to be 100 days or just a normal series. But it will be one of those two series. I got a really, really nice idea for it. And planned content. There's not a whole list, but here's an idea of what I've got coming up in the future. There's a lot. Every time I think, I go, okay, I'm taking a pause on this, or I'm coming to the end of this series. I already have like 4 or 5 games that I've already came up with before that point. So, in order from top to bottom, which is in no particular order of what I will get to it, Civilization 4, Caveman Cosmos, Dual City, potentially Triple City map challenge as a series, various RimWorld playthroughs, 100-day challenges for later, all leading up to a endpoint, so kind of all of them is in a series. Medieval Overhaul, RimWorld Let's Play, because that's been a suggestion in the past, and I think the next time we do actually I do have an opening for RimWorld, I am going to go ahead and queue up a Medieval Overhaul with plans to get the Vanilla Factions Empire Victory. You might be wondering, well, how are you supposed to do that? It's more of a tech. And the answer to that is, well, I would be playing with I would be playing completely medieval. The only high-tech things I can use are things that are given to me by the Empire. So, yes, there's Dishonored double series for both high and low chaos endings for all of the games. Project Zomboid, both vanilla and modded playthrough. Various long plays for finished games such as Dragon Age Origins and Minecraft. Minecraft 100 Days, Subnautica and Raft Co-op series, No Man's Sky Permadeath series, Mass Effect Collection series. I might also include the rumored new... I haven't heard much on it. I've heard that there's a new Mass Effect game coming down the road. Not sure if I'll also throw Andromeda into there either. Elder Scrolls Online is a stream series. That'll be very far down the line. Arc Blind playthrough, slightly modded. I think a friend of mine was holding a server for that. I gotta double check on that. As you can see, I got a lot. I have a lot more written down in a document elsewhere, and I'm always open to new ideas. Like I have Terraria, for instance. I'd like to do a modded Stardew Valley. I better stop before I spend 20 minutes listing off every single one, and then come up with 5 more in the process. But I have a lot. I'm open to eventually get to all of them. Future of the channels. So this is not a stopping. I'm not stopping anytime soon. Same goes for alternate sites when I do actually upload to them. I haven't really been doing that. However, I want to get better at remembering to put those episodes up on the alternate sites. I'm mainly addressing here the amount of videos that I'm putting up. It, at the moment, is just way too much. So I'm going to be making a few changes over time, some of which I've already gotten to, some of which will eventually be happening. Here's what I got in mind. Some series is now going to be an hour long. You may have noticed that for Greedfall and Oblivion, they've gone up to an hour long. And the days that those series are going will only have that episode up that day. Series with 30-minute episodes will be uploaded in pairs, i.e. like the 2 RimWorld series that we got going on right now. That'll be uploaded together on those days. And there's a few exceptions that I'm going to be mentioning. And the exception to that is the current schedule right now. Obviously, I don't want to put any other games on pause if I can. I realize I said that about Stardeus, but Stardeus is kind of the exception to that. The exception to the exception because, well, there's not a whole lot in that game at the moment. Co-op series that I'll play, that'll have a single player run with. Warcraft 3, not going to do that because, well, there's no point in that one, and I also don't really like the game at all. So once I'm pretty sure we get through everything, although I might do one for the prologue mission since there wasn't a co-op for that. Yeah, I might do a single player run of all the prologue and demo missions since we didn't get that one. Anyways, Dragon Age, Dreadwolf Rises, and Inquisition, and then some December dailies, which I got info coming up for that one. Alrighty, I'm gonna try it again this year, but differently. Rather than painfully try to get everything out, it's going to be whatever series I happen to have the time for and I'm making for. That's what it's going to be uploaded, and it's going to basically be in games, mainly games that I think, hey, I think this would benefit from a December dailies because I'd either like to finish it or there's not much left of it, and why not get it done in 2023? Plan on having a couple of Minecraft videos, both long play and 100 days, and possibly a mini series during the month. Not sure if I'll get to that. The mini series will be more of we'll see if we can get to it. I'll update a bit closer to the month as to what I have ready to go. But here's what I got in mind. So there's definitely the Minecraft 100 Days, Engineer's Life, and a Minecraft long play that's going up. Engineer's Life just needs some editing and it's done. Long play, I'm about halfway done, and I can and from the point that I need to get from, I'm closing in on getting to the final goal of the first long play. I just skipped a line. Graveyard Keeper. I might be able to bring the game nearly to a close by the end of December. Kind of depends on how fast I can blitz through all the quests. I'm doubting it that I could. I'm doubting that, but we'll see. Especially if I add the DLC, I definitely won't be getting to it. Dragon Age 2. Hopefully, I can finish the game in December and then have Inquisition pick up where it's leaving off. Civ 4 game, as I said, it's getting unstable, and I'll need to finish that soon. If I don't happen to finish it in December by that time, well, that is. I realized that none of that was a proper sentence. Anyways, we'll see if Civ 4 lasts that long. It might not. We will see. Stardeus, if the game happens to last that long, December we'll finish that series off for the time being, and then I will think of another series to take its place. Star Sector is one of the two potentials for a series. But I might be able to start our Grand Conquest in December, which is kind of the main goal of this series. Then Stardew Valley is another possible, mainly to help it get close to that 100% completion that I'm aiming for, although with the 1.6 update, that might be pushed out a little bit. Alright, some, I guess, miscellaneous things. And kind of for me, this doesn't really help anybody out. This doesn't really apply to anybody. I've got a couple documents that have video titles and tags that I use, and a proper schedule in Excel to make it easy for me to keep track of. I like it. I like keeping things organized. For what's currently on Friday, I'll have a schedule posted at the end of this. Keeping Stardeus and Star Sector on Friday, and Civ 4 will be joined by the co-op series on Thursday. About halfway through the first long play for Minecraft, I think I already said that. Possibly it might be a little bit above halfway, but I'm just guesstimating here. I still got the Discord server on my mind, I just haven't gotten around to finishing it, although I have made a bit of progress on it. I'm still working on the Skyrim mod pack, always still working on the usual stuff, thumbnails, intros, outros, and uploading to the off YouTube channels, well, I guess the alternate sites, really. With intros and outros for Warcraft 3 being finished, which was nice. And for video series and everything else, that basically is the update for that. Not a whole lot, I know, but... Anyways, so I'll be showing off 3 schedules. We got one for what's currently happening, one for what I plan to migrate to in between now and the end of the year. Most of these changes will probably take place... I'm not sure why that says sometime between. This is reiterating the point above. So let's just say some of these probably already have happened, as well as the future for the channel. So this is what we had at the start, or around the start of December or September. This is what I plan on changing to. Some of these you can see I've already taken off a couple of the series. And this is what the schedule ends up looking like at the very end. So we got biotech. I don't know why that says biotech. That should say city builders. I think I used the wrong photo for that one, but we're going to ignore that. Got Draconic Empire. I got Graveyard Keeper at Stardew Valley on Monday. Nothing changed for Sunday or Monday. Tuesday is just going to be Age of Empire. The green there means it's something I'm going to push out to the next year. So StarCraft Master Call going to be pushed out to next year. Dragon Age 2 and Greedfall. Both of them are hour-long cities, but I'm not canceling either of the games, especially since Greedfall will probably end well before all the Dragon Age games ends. So we're going to keep that one. That's one of the few exception days. Thursday is Civilization 4, Caveman to Cosmos, and Warcraft 3 modded co-op campaign. That's something I mentioned earlier. Stardust and Star Sector on Friday, and Saturday is just going to be Oblivion modded Let's Play. Once everything's said and done, it's going to end up Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday are going to have hour-long series, with Thursday, Friday, Monday, and Tuesday having two half-an-hour long series. Although Thursdays, the Warcraft 3 is a bit of an exception since it's just an entire mission. Which, because I already have all the footage for that, I can do that. So, yeah, I think that about wraps. That's all for now, folks. Thanks for tuning in to this update. If you got any games you want to suggest me playing in the future, feel free to suggest, or any modded themes on any of the games that I play with mods. And yeah, we'll see what it's going to be like at the end of the year. Till next time. Take it easy.